When it comes to measuring my protein powder, instead of just logging it as 1 scoop or 2 scoops, I will measure out the amount that I need to achieve the protein amount that I want for that meal, if that makes sense. Why do I do that? Because if you look, and this is a good exercise for you to start doing, is to looking at the food labels. And here it says per 1 scoop, 30 grams, there's 26 grams of protein. So I can't just assume that because this scoop is 30 grams that I'm actually having the 30 grams of protein. There's a little bit of carb in here. So there's only 26 grams of protein per 30 grams of whey protein. Okay. And this is actually a pretty good amount. And going outside of the scope of this video, but if you're choosing your protein powder, this is one of the first things that you should look at. A lot of protein powders out there will have a lot of fillers that will just add a ton of carbs or fats or unnecessary stuff that will make it cheaper, number one, and that will reduce the ratio between the portion size and the actual protein intake in the protein powder. So there are lots of protein powders out there that 1 scoop of 30 grams, there's only 20 grams of protein or 15 grams of protein. So you're paying for the protein, but you're getting half of it in fillers that won't do anything for you. So if you're buying a protein powder, make sure that you get a high quality one. And one of the best ways to identify if this is a high quality protein powder, without me telling you the brands, absolutely, I can give you some recommendations, but I want you to learn how to make the best choices. And one of the first things that you're going to look at is, okay, what is the serving size here and how much protein am I getting per serving size? Right? And what else is in it? How many carbohydrates are in here? Is there any fats in here? What's the ingredient list? The bigger the ingredient list, the more fillers it has, the less pure it is. The intention of the protein powder is just to add more protein to your day. There's nothing magical to it. So you don't need to look for anything else other than the protein. Okay, of course it will have sweeteners, it will have some other things in here, but the smaller, the shorter the ingredient list, the best the quality of the protein powder. Okay, the longer the ingredient list, usually that's not going to be a high quality. And if there's like 20 grams of protein per 30 grams serving, that's probably also not a good ratio. So look for something that has a little bit more protein per serving. Okay, now on to how I measure it. As I said, I don't go by the scoop. I will adjust the quantity depending on how many grams of protein I want for that meal. So if I want 30 grams of protein in my smoothie, I will have to use a little bit more than just 1 scoop, because for this brand here, 1 scoop of 30 grams offers me 26 grams of protein. If I want to have 35 or 40 grams of protein in my smoothie, which it's always most of the time that's the case, because I like to have more protein per meal. It fills me up a lot more. I will have to use a little bit more than one scoop. And to know exactly how much, I'll just measure it out here. Then on MyFitnessPal, I will adjust the quantity. Instead of by the scoop, I will enter in the number of grams. I'm gonna show you how. So this is how I would do it. So if I'm making a smoothie, I will just place the smoothie cup here, zero out the scale. Okay, I zero out the scale, then I'll grab a scoop of protein powder. I'll place it in there. 32 grams. I usually go for between 40 and 45 grams of protein powder. And then I will put it there. Oops. All right, 52, a little bit more than I wanted, so I'll just put it back. It's usually much easier and faster than this. It's just because I have just one hand available. 39. So let's say that I want 45. 41, 45, boom. That's it. So that's how I would do it. So I measure here, then I'll add my almond milk, the fruits, whatever I want to mix in this smoothie, and just drink it. I don't normally just mix protein powder with water because I don't think it tastes good. So it'll be almond milk, berries, and banana. And that's usually my go-to smoothie. And then in MyFitnessPal, I'll log 45 grams of this protein powder here. It gives me the option to log it in grams instead of just a scoop. And that's how you do it. I'm making this smoothie. I will zero out, add each ingredient one by one. I had added the protein powder here. Then I would zero out again, add the almond milk, zero out, add the berries, zero out, add the banana. And that would have been previously already logged in MyFitnessPal, so I knew the quantities that I needed to add, or I would log it in the moment. Never, ever, ever weigh it and just trust your memory to log it later.